Most people overestimate what they can do in a day and completely underestimate what they can do in a lifetime. They search for the big moment, the dramatic change, the overnight success. But life doesn't work that way. Life is shaped by what you do consistently, not occasionally. It's shaped by the small choices you make when no one is watching, when no applause is coming, when the effort seems too minor to matter. Here's the truth that changes everything. Your life is not changed by one bold decision, but by the quiet disciplines you practice every day. The small promises you keep to yourself, the extra page you read, the few minutes you invest in your health, the decision to show up prepared instead of hoping for luck. These things look insignificant in the moment, but they are never insignificant in the long run. Success is not something you pursue by force. It is something you attract by becoming a disciplined person. Every small habit is a vote for the kind of future you're building. Neglect the daily disciplines, and life becomes harder. Practice them consistently, and life begins to work in your favor. The direction of your life is determined not by your intentions, but by your routines. An extraordinary life is not reserved for the gifted or the lucky. It belongs to those who understand the power of small, repeated actions. Those who are willing to do today what others are unwilling to do, so they can live tomorrow the way others cannot. And once you understand this principle, you'll never look at a single day the same way again. Most people believe success arrives in a dramatic moment, a sudden breakthrough, or a single decision that changes everything at once. They wait for the perfect opportunity, the right mood, or a powerful burst of motivation. But success rarely announces itself that way. It grows quietly, shaped by ordinary actions repeated day after day. What looks like an overnight achievement is almost always the result of small efforts practiced long before anyone noticed. Rare breakthroughs do happen, but they are usually the reward, not the cause. They appear after months or years of steady preparation. The promotion, the recognition, the financial freedom, or the personal transformation does not come from one heroic act. It comes from reading a little when others are distracted, practicing a skill when others are resting, and choosing discipline when comfort is easier. These actions may feel too small to matter, yet they are the very foundation of progress. Ordinary actions are powerful because they are repeatable. Anyone can do them, and anyone can ignore them. Waking up a bit earlier, learning something new each day, improving a skill by 1%, or choosing patience over impulse may not feel impressive, but their strength lies in consistency. When repeated, these small acts begin to shape thinking, character, and confidence. Over time, they turn average effort into uncommon results. The danger is not in doing too little once, but in doing too little consistently. Neglect compounds just as powerfully as discipline. Skipping one day seems harmless, but skipping daily habits slowly creates distance between where you are and where you could have been. Life rewards what is practiced, not what is planned. Dreams written on paper mean little without daily actions that give them life. Extraordinary results often come from simple routines followed with patience. A person who improves slightly every day will eventually outperform someone who relies on occasional intensity. Motivation rises and falls, but discipline remains available every morning. That is why ordinary actions, not rare bursts of effort, create reliable progress. They remove dependence on emotion and replace it with structure. There is a quiet confidence that grows from daily action. Each small win strengthens belief. Each completed task reinforces identity. Over time, you no longer see yourself as someone trying to succeed, but as someone who shows up consistently. That self-image becomes a powerful force, guiding decisions even when no one else is watching. People often ask for shortcuts, but the real advantage is simplicity practiced relentlessly. The person who commits to basic disciplines gains momentum while others wait for perfect conditions. Success becomes less about luck and more about alignment between daily behavior and long-term vision. What you repeatedly do eventually becomes who you are. Ordinary actions repeated daily shape not just results, but resilience. They teach patience, focus, and self-trust. They prepare you to handle opportunities when they arrive because preparation has already been done quietly. When success finally shows up, it feels natural, not surprising, because it has been earned gradually. An extraordinary life is not built in moments of excitement, but in hours of repetition. The path is simple, but not easy, and that is why so few stay on it. Yet those who do discover that the small things they once overlooked were the very tools that shaped everything they were hoping for. Most people think small things do not matter because the results are not immediate. They look at a single choice, a single habit, or a single day and conclude that it makes no real difference. But life is not measured in single moments. It is measured in accumulation. Small disciplines work in the same way interest works in a bank account. On their own, they appear insignificant, but over time, they grow into something powerful. Every discipline you practice daily begins to compound. A few minutes of reading each day quietly expands your thinking. A short walk taken consistently strengthens the body. A daily effort to improve communication deepens relationships. None of these actions produce dramatic results overnight, yet their impact multiplies with time. The longer they are practiced, the greater their influence becomes. What makes compounding so dangerous and so rewarding is that it works whether you are aware of it or not. The same principle that builds success can also build regret. Skipped workouts, neglected learning, careless spending, and ignored responsibilities may seem harmless in the moment, but small acts of neglect, repeated daily, also compound. Eventually, they create outcomes that feel sudden, even though they were slowly forming all along. People are often shocked by where they end up, not because of one bad decision, but because of thousands of small ones. Life rarely collapses in a day. It erodes gradually through daily choices that seemed unimportant at the time. In the same way, success rarely explodes overnight. It rises quietly through steady disciplines, practiced long before results are visible. The challenge with compounding is patience. The early stages feel unrewarding. You work, you practice, you improve slightly, and nothing obvious changes. This is where most people quit. They expect immediate payoff and lose faith when progress is invisible. But compounding requires trust in the process. The growth is happening beneath the surface, even when it cannot yet be seen. Those who understand this principle stay committed during the slow seasons. They continue to act responsibly, prepare diligently, and improve themselves when no one is applauding. They know that time is an ally, not an enemy, when paired with discipline. Each day becomes a deposit toward a future result. Small disciplines also compound internally before they ever show up externally. They shape character, self-respect, and confidence. Keeping promises to yourself strengthens belief in your ability to follow through. This inner growth creates stability and consistency, which later support larger responsibilities and opportunities. Eventually, compounding reaches a tipping point. The habits that once felt small begin to produce visible results. Others may call it luck, but you recognize it as momentum. What once required effort now feels natural. The discipline becomes part of who you are. Life does not reward intensity once in a while. It rewards consistency over time. Small disciplines, practiced daily, quietly shape outcomes in either direction. They are always working, always accumulating, always preparing the future you will one day live in. What you do today often feels too small to matter. A single choice, a single habit, a single moment seems insignificant when compared to the size of your goals. Because of this, many people delay action, telling themselves they will get serious tomorrow, next week, or when conditions improve. Yet tomorrow is built from today, and who you become is shaped by the actions you repeat long before the results appear. Every small action carries a direction. It may not change your life immediately, but it nudges it slightly one way or the other. One conversation, 1 hour of learning, one disciplined decision may feel ordinary, but repeated daily, they begin to shape identity. You do not wake up one day as a new person. You grow into that person through thousands of unnoticed choices. The future is not created by major events alone, but by daily behavior that seems routine. A person does not suddenly become confident, skilled, or disciplined. These qualities are formed quietly through consistent effort. Likewise, setbacks rarely come from a single mistake. They come from repeated neglect that slowly lowers standards and expectations. What feels harmless today becomes decisive over time. People often underestimate the power of the present moment because its impact is delayed. Results lag behind actions. This delay creates the illusion that what you do today does not matter. But life keeps a careful record. It stores every effort, every choice, and every habit, then delivers the outcome later. By the time the results show up, the pattern has already been set. Small daily actions also shape self-image. Each time you keep a promise to yourself, you reinforce the belief that you are reliable. Each time you avoid responsibility, you quietly teach yourself that excuses are acceptable. Over time, these lessons become identity. You begin to act in alignment with who you believe you are, not who you wish to be. Growth happens gradually, often unnoticed by the person experiencing it. You may not see improvement day to day, but weeks and months reveal change. Skills sharpen, thinking matures, and confidence strengthens. The key is understanding that transformation is a process, not an event. Those who commit to daily action eventually cross a threshold where effort becomes progress. Extraordinary outcomes are not built through dramatic effort once in a while, but through simple actions done faithfully. The difference between where you are and where you want to be is often smaller than it appears. It is found in daily routines, daily standards, and daily decisions. These small choices determine the trajectory of your life long before the destination is reached. What seems insignificant today is shaping your future self. Each habit is a vote for the person you are becoming. Ignore the small things, and life drifts without direction. Honor them, and direction becomes clarity. The future does not respond to intentions, it responds to behavior. What you practice daily eventually defines who you become. Character is formed long before results appear, long before success becomes visible, before recognition arrives, and before goals are achieved. Something deeper is being shaped. Every day, through small decisions and repeated actions, you are quietly becoming a certain kind of person, long before life rewards you on the outside. It measures who you are becoming on the inside. Daily habits are not just tools for achievement. They are training grounds for character. When you choose discipline over convenience, you are practicing self-control. When you follow through despite discomfort, you are strengthening integrity. When you show up prepared and responsible, even when no one is watching, you are shaping reliability. These qualities do not appear suddenly. They are built through repetition. Results are often delayed, but character is immediate. You may not see progress in your bank account, career, or physical condition right away, but the internal change is happening with every disciplined act. Each small habit is teaching you how to respond to pressure, how to manage your emotions, and how to treat commitments. Over time, these internal lessons shape how you handle opportunities when they finally arrive. People often focus only on outcomes, measuring success by visible achievements. But outcomes are fragile without character. Without discipline, success is difficult to sustain. Without consistency, progress quickly fades. Daily habits build the inner strength required to hold on to results once they appear. They prepare you for responsibility before responsibility shows up. Character also determines standards. What you tolerate in your daily routines becomes what you accept in your life. If you allow excuses in small things, they eventually appear in big things. If you hold yourself to high standards in simple tasks, that discipline carries over into larger challenges. Life expands or contracts based on the standards you practice daily. Habits shape identity long before they shape circumstances. The person who consistently acts with intention begins to see themselves differently. Confidence grows not from achievement, but from trust in oneself. When you know you will do what you say, self-respect increases. This inner alignment influences decisions, relationships, and opportunities. Strong character creates stability. When circumstances change or challenges arise, disciplined individuals do not collapse. They rely on habits that keep them grounded. Their routines provide structure, their standards provide direction, and their values guide choices. This stability allows progress to continue even in uncertain times. Results eventually follow character because life rewards reliability. Opportunities gravitate toward those who demonstrate consistency. Leadership is given to those who can be trusted. Growth is sustained by those who have developed patience and self-control. What begins as simple daily discipline gradually becomes a way of life. By the time success appears on the outside, the inner work has already been done. What looks effortless to others is supported by years of quiet habit building. The foundation has been laid through ordinary days and unnoticed effort. Daily disciplines shape who you are first, and who you are ultimately determines what you can achieve. An extraordinary life is often imagined as something loud, dramatic, and highly visible. People picture bold moves, sudden success, and public recognition. But the reality is far less glamorous. Truly remarkable lives are built quietly, away from applause, through choices that look ordinary and unimportant to everyone else. The difference is not in what others see, but in what is practiced consistently. Most people chase excitement, waiting for motivation or inspiration to strike. Those who build extraordinary lives rely on something steadier. They commit to simple disciplines and repeat them daily, regardless of mood. They understand that greatness is not created in moments of enthusiasm, but in routines followed when enthusiasm is absent. This quiet commitment becomes their advantage. The work that shapes an extraordinary life rarely draws attention. It happens early in the morning, late at night, and in moments when no one is keeping score. It is found in preparation, practice, and self-imposed standards. While others seek shortcuts or recognition, disciplined individuals focus on progress. They are not concerned with being seen. They are concerned with becoming better. One of the reasons this process is so powerful is because it removes pressure. There is no need to impress anyone when the work is private. The focus shifts from outcome to process, from approval to improvement. Over time, this creates peace and confidence. You begin to trust the system you have built rather than relying on external validation. Extraordinary results often surprise those who were not paying attention during the early stages. They see the finished product, but not the years of repetition that made it possible. The habits that once seemed small begin to show up as skill, wisdom, and composure. What was built quietly now speaks loudly through results. Consistency turns effort into identity. When discipline becomes routine, it no longer feels like sacrifice. It becomes part of who you are. You stop negotiating with yourself and start acting in alignment with your values. This alignment creates momentum that carries you forward even when challenges arise. Quiet discipline also builds resilience. Because progress was earned slowly, setbacks do not destroy confidence. You know how to rebuild because you have done it before, one day at a time. This patience allows you to stay steady while others quit or panic. Extraordinary lives are not free from difficulty. They are equipped to handle it. Over time, small disciplined choices accumulate into something powerful. Health improves, skills sharpen, relationships deepen, and opportunities expand. None of this happens overnight, but all of it happens inevitably when discipline is applied consistently. The extraordinary is simply the ordinary repeated with intention. An extraordinary life is not the result of luck or dramatic moments. It is the product of quiet decisions made daily, often unnoticed and uncelebrated. Those who understand this stop waiting for permission or perfect conditions. They commit to the process, trusting that what is built quietly will eventually stand